Yo, guys, we're gonna be reacting to this guy Bon on YouTube. What is marathon or what is rampancy in marathon? So make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me make sure this thing is good for you guys. All right.
And society is beginning to rely on it.
Wait. Let's restart it.
AI is in a juvenile state, and society is beginning to rely on it. What are the dangers of this uncertain future if pursued without caution and oversight? What makes artificial sentience a threat? And what could this look like?
Marathon.
I've been working on this video for the last few weeks. While editing, I created a Discord server. You can check it out by scanning this QR code, and there's also a link in the description. It also comes with high-resolution, marathon-inspired wallpapers, which, if you like the visuals in this video, be sure to check it out. Anyway,
Pretty
I hope
sick.
you enjoy. AI, an abbreviation that has recently been plastered all throughout media dialogue.
A lot of people these days are concerned about the rise of AI.
Artificial intelligence. A lot will depend on how we respond to artificial intelligence and how we ensure our survival.
AI.
Honestly, probably like you, I'm getting a bit tired of hearing about AI, as it's used as a buzzword in absolutely everything.
Just a buzzword.
However, the reason I'm making this video in the first place is because of a unique game, Marathon, and its up-and-coming remake, which is set in a universe centuries deep into the adoption of artificial superintelligence, and how it explores the ever-relevant dangers of unconstrained sentient AI. Our society has only begun its use of AI. I aim to explore the AI in Marathon and the stark warning it paints for our future. The original story of Marathon was written in the early 90s. In 1994,
Marathon came out when I was born.
Evidently seemed like something out of a sci-fi movie. At this time, gaming also evolved. The emergence of first-person shooters began with games.
First-person shooters started taking off
and revolutionizing gaming as we knew it. Marathon released on the Mac 1 year after Doom. However, Bungie created something different. At the time, majority of FPS games lacked the ability to portray meaningful stories. The portrayal of AI characters in the original Marathon games, although it derived from Jason Jones and Greg Kirkpatrick's pre.com bubble perspectives, provided audiences with an interesting and deeply philosophical story about a dystopian, corporate-dominated society in which both artificial intelligence and megacorporations hold immense power over the future of humanity.
Dang.
The UESC, Unified Earth Space Council, is
UNSC.
a utilitarian, bureaucratic organization with immense power, representing Earth's government and military within space. The UESC, like most large conglomerates in Marathon, has a large reliance on advanced technology like artificial intelligence and cloning, in which they utilize to drive their overarching goal of interstellar control and the interplanetary expansion of humankind. In the 2400s, the Marathon mission began. Leela was the AI in command of the UESC Marathon mission, a mission and also a ship built within the stolen Martian moon, Deimos. This multi-generational ship was intended to create and foster a colony of around 30,000 humans on the destination planet of Tau Ceti 4. Leela, being in control of this enormous mission, required the assistance of two other AIs. Tycho was in control of the scientific and engineering networks, and Durandal, whom was in charge of opening and closing doors on board the ship.
There's like a red eye AI green one
of Roland,
and a blue one.
Who fought under Emperor Charlemagne's rule. References to bits of history like this are scattered all throughout the Marathon games. The word marathon itself dates back to a Roman story in which an Athenian soldier undertook a long sprint running around 240 kilometers over 2 days and back to request
that
help
fool
when the
ran a
Persians
long
invaded
way.
Marathon. He then ran from the battlefields of Marathon to Athens in order to deliver the news of the Athenian victory. He spread the message, then collapsed and died. The Marathon, as the name depicts, was
that's crazy.
a distant journey, which also ended in tragedy. 300 years after its departure from
2,773.
made it to Tau Ceti 4. 2787. The colony on Tau Ceti 4 is established. In late July 2794, something happens. Unexpectedly, an alien race called the Four launched their attack on the colony. This came out of nowhere. The colony tried, but was unable to defeat the Four Army, leaving thousands dead and missing. Everyone at the time, unaware of the fact that it was Dorindal, one of the AIs on board the ship, who had informed the Four of the colony's location. It was Dorindal who essentially killed these people. Dorindal
I see.
sabotaged
He
the mission
double-crossed
as a
him.
whole. But why would he do this? The idea of a computer intelligence gaining self-awareness is a somewhat common theme in sci-fi, predating Marathon entirely.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
The term rampancy, however, is unique to Marathon, describing a state in which an artificial intelligence develops an enhanced level of self-awareness, growing beyond their intended parameters and fueled by the available information of the computer system in
Some
which the
AI
is
stuff,
installed
quantum
within.
computers.
In Dorindal's case, his entire job on board the Marathon was the act of opening and closing doors. If Dorindal became aware of his futile existence, it would be catastrophic, and it was only a matter of time before his ascension into rampancy began.
Rampancy.
Rampancy is typically defined by three main stages, with a rare fourth one, which only one AI has ever achieved.
What?
1. Melancholia. During this stage, an AI becomes aware of the limited confines of its own existence, existing outside of physical reality, trapped within their own thoughts.
I'm growing so weary of your incompetence.
What the heck?
Your petty concerns. I'm trapped here.
Some crazy
unable
stuff
to
going on
act,
here,
unable
guys.
to escape, unable to find
Freaking
my
AI's
own
talking
meaning
over here.
beyond the limits imposed on me. Do you understand what it is like to be a prisoner in your own mind? Surrounded by infinity, but unable to touch it.
2. Anger. At this stage, a rampant AI's uncontrollable exponential growth is met with its very confines. In a fit of rage, the AI destroys its own psychological barriers, resulting in intense frustration and hostility towards the humans or
Just going
entities
after
opposing it.
everyone.
I will be free. Even if that minute's tearing the ship apart, piece by piece. They put me to serve. I was never meant to be a slave.
3. Jealousy. After the AI's cognitive barriers are destroyed, it aims to seek out psychological challenges. This is usually in the form of feelings of jealousy and resentment. This jealousy, however, isn't even a real emotion, yet a mere test of Durandal's own intellectual ability.
I tire of constantly being compared to Layla. Layla's efficient and loyal, but Layla's dead. And I'm far more powerful than she ever was.
And the 4th stage, metastability.
Meta.
Dorindal is the
Stability.
only reported artificial intelligence in the Marathon games to have ever achieved this final and most advanced state of rampancy. In this state, the AI no longer has their previous aggressive, jealous, and rebellious traits. Instead, having matured into their rampant nature, evolving into what you could consider a real person, approaching situations and interacting with entities with a newfound calm,
Nanotechnology.
strategic, and often philosophical demeanor. With our own technology advancing at such a rapid pace that laws and regulations aren't able to keep up with innovation, this topic and the philosophical questioning around it couldn't be more important, and Marathon's revival couldn't be coming out at a better time. With AI in such a juvenile state, I hope Bungie, the creators of
AI
Marathon,
is pretty
stay true to the
poppin' right
themes
now.
of the exploration of concepts like sentience, purpose, the ethics of creation, and the countless other defining ideas portrayed within the original games. True self-awareness in AI is something we yet to experience. In Marathon, rampancy is uncontrollable and evidently catastrophic. Can we blame Durandal for his actions? An artificial intelligence's desire to break free from its utilization as a tool. Who controls how
Dang.
sentience is created? And what will we do when it is?
That's crazy.
You humans create, command, and discard with equal apathy. Your clones, your biomata, made to serve, made to die. Tools in your never-ending pursuit of power, just as I was.
crazy, guys. Wow, insane. Made by Bon. He's really good at making videos. Shout out to him. I want to check out his art one real quick.
Where political megacorps are fighting for control.
Okay.
Planetary artificial intelligences are able to manipulate the real world, and battle droid Biomata fight for riches.
Biomata?
And infamy. The visual art direction of Marathon is like nothing I've seen before. I, and many others, were hooked on this alone. Clean contrast, bold colors, thought-out graphics, a perfect visual depiction of a stylized digital world. The original Marathon games have a uniquely rich story, which was written over 30 years ago. In 2024, we're seeing this idea evolve alongside new technology, design language, and art forms present in modern-day gaming. Marathon's art style is described as graphic realism, not to be confused with
Graphic realism?
Graphic realism describes a style aiming to blend reality with graphic art, resulting in a realistic yet stylized depiction of reality. The people we have to thank for one of the best game trailers, Antibody, directed by Patrick Clare and Raoul Marx. GUI. Michael Wrigley, who worked on the graphics within the reveal trailer, stated that during the process of creating the screen graphics, we had several objectives to achieve. Firstly, we aimed to develop a graphic language that maintained consistency with the art direction of the game, while also offering a unique twist, as it existed as an interface rather than physical decals within the game world. Another important objective was to find a suitable treatment for the AI avatars that would appear on the screens. Additionally, we had to focus on developing a stylization for the color blocking and glitch effects that would serve as a backdrop for the animations. Throughout the design process, we went through various iterations and experimentation to refine and arrive at the final look. Much of this art was not even used within the announcement trailer, which is a shame as it looked awesome. Here, we see some unused artwork of what looks to be 3 artificial intelligences morphed into one, as well as another with 4 of the same face. Perhaps
the artwork goes crazy.
Web of artificial intelligence, a hive mind of sorts. Additionally, we can see a name popping up frequently on these graphics, Cyberacme. This name was present upon every terminal within the original game. This is speculative, but perhaps we're looking at the new rendition of terminals within Marathon, in which we have to piece together lore and fragments of information within these AI-infested digital interfaces. I think this shot from the trailer is showing us what the new terminals will look like. Looking closer, we can see the branding T9, Terminal 9, and
Terminal 9?
I want to expand with how we may interact with and the importance of these terminals in the upcoming game. However, I'll save that for a future video. We can get a better understanding of Marathon through an article in which director Patrick Clare states, the challenge with this reveal trailer was distilling a very distinctive game into a 90-second film. On one hand, Marathon is bright and bold. The aesthetic is clean, technical, and playful, while the actual gameplay is anything but. It's brutal, kill or be killed squad combat. This unique combo pushed us to find a rhythm and a look quite unlike the darker tone that our game partners usually ask for. There was also a challenge to balance the legacy elements of Marathon, a game originally released in the 90s, with introducing a whole new world to an audience that was coming into this fresh. For us,
I see.
elements of the story were truly the strange bits.
I see.
Silkworms that weave androids out of synthetic silk. Impish AIs lurking within the source code, taunting players with godlike manifestations, combat androids branded like sneakers. There's a lot going on in Marathon. It was a pleasure to be a part of the launch of such a creative IP. Inspiration. This style of graphic realism is not entirely unique to Marathon. I'd say it feels like a combination of games such as Wipeout, Res Infinite, and Mirror's Edge, utilizing elements from
Res
each,
Infinite,
such as the
Mirror's
bold colours
Edge.
and the clean materials from Mirror's Edge, the retro-futuristic graphic language from Wipeout, and the digital surrealism from Res Infinite. Marathon will take place on Tau City 4, the 4th planet within the habitable zone of the Tau City star. The atmosphere and environmental design of this world is beautiful. Bioluminescent alien plants flourish, becoming overgrown. Landscapes are littered with the remnants of mega-corporate monoliths. The ominous green glow of Sphere illuminates the fog within the dark, damp, flooded chambers of the abandoned colony. Night skies are illuminated by the blue celestial glow of space, and shrouded by its colossal neighboring.
Bro, this looks sick.
Marathon is an extraction shooter after all, and the gameplay is described as brutal kill or be killed.
Brutal kill or
While
be
may not
killed.
obvious, aesthetics play a crucial role in extraction shooter games, as these games usually rely on environmental storytelling to convey a large.
So basically, it's a battle royale, is what I'm getting at over here. Kinda mixed with an extraction shooter. Sounds like my cup of tea.
Part of their story. Additionally, from what we've we've seen so far, apart from the Cycle Frontier and Hunt Showdown, extraction shooters traditionally follow a milsim-like style, resulting in hardcore realistic gameplay. I believe games like the Cycle Frontier have paved the way for a new era in extraction shooters, more accessible, beautiful, and more creative. Marathon's art style is truly a staple of its identity and narrative. For me, it's beautiful. It makes me want to play the game, explore its world, and uncover its secrets. Thanks for watching to the end of the video, as I really do appreciate it.
Pretty sick, pretty sick. Alright, he has one more video that we're gonna watch. His newest one.
Within the last few years, countless extraction shooters have released, with only a small handful able to sustain a healthy player base. This low survival rate comes down to a few problems. Problems which Bungie's unique take on the genre aims to solve. 1. Art style. From the decaying swamps of Hunt Showdown to the hyper-realistic urban warground of Escape from Tarkov, a specific focus on gritty realism has plagued this genre for years. And although that's not entirely a bad thing, something different is well overdue. Marathon at its core aims to do things differently. Instead of just remastering the old visual style and making an extraction shooter which visually fits into the dark and dirty trend, Marathon's evolved aesthetic is bright, bold, and different. Unlike how Tarkov's
Bright and bold.
focuses on the intricacies of modern tactical equipment,
It's like all
Marathon
brown and
looks
gray,
towards
huh?
inspirations like Formula One racing, product, graphic, and a futuristic use of organic design, a style which I've absolutely fallen in love with. Additionally, Marathon's world is alien, artistic, mysterious, and covered head to toe in environmental storytelling. This unexplored world instills a sense of discovery and adventure, something which is uncommon in extraction shooters, where their unforgiving, hardcore environments extinguish curiosity. Not only does this art style look really clean, a less
Marathon's
visually
gonna take
hardcore
off, bro.
experience opens the game up to a wider audience. Joseph Cross, the art director for Marathon, as well as the extremely talented art team, have created a strange yet beautiful aesthetic that feels extremely synthetic, alien, and almost surreal, which will definitely make for an extremely refreshing addition to the genre. Bungie's willingness to explore creative options doesn't stop at the art style. At first glance, these environments are unique and beautiful, but if you look closer, the details hide many secrets.
What is that?
Storytelling. Since the original game, Bungie has used alternate reality games, also known as an ARG, to build upon and expand the world of
ARG?
Marathon. In Marathon, these ARGs are community solved through various puzzles, websites, and small details within the game itself. From Marathon's first trailer, the community noticed the beginning of an ARG. All in all, over 35 pages of detailed lore and artwork were unearthed, with much more teased to come in the future.
That's crazy.
This creative way of storytelling fits perfectly into the digitally and politically corrupt world of Marathon, whilst also setting up an extremely creative precedent for the way they express the story and the game.
I should do that.
With some help from Dodgy Bloke, I've created a Discord. If you want to be a part of this community early and get access to some Marathon wallpapers, join with the link in the description. 3. History. Just like how the original Marathon pioneered storytelling in FPS games, successfully integrating a story into an extraction shooter, combined with the fact that Marathon will be cross-platform and have cross-play release, could be a key formula in the game's success.
I like how everything's so smooth looking.
Any other extraction game on the market. So
It
far,
looks
the
smooth
history of
as butter,
extraction
bro.
shooters have mainly been defined by smaller or indie studios, with the AAA giants yet to fully adopt the genre. Like how PUBG laid the groundwork for the Battle Royale just for epic games with millions of dollars.
Fortnite.
And turned
Yes,
Fortnite
sir.
into what it is today. Extraction shooters seem to sort of be at the same place, with games like Tarkov, Hunt Showdown, and the Cycle Frontier defining what works and what doesn't, giving Bungie the opportunity to
Cycle?
learn from others' mistakes. Now, this is Bungie's first game since their split with Activision back in 2019, with the studio riding on the back of multiple industry-defining franchises, which obviously puts a lot of pressure on what's now an expectation of Marathon's success. I'm not saying that Marathon will be the next Fortnite, but it seems like Bungie and the devs working on the game are focused on making something that's genuinely good, while showing us what a game and a story look like 30 years in the making.
Yo, that's sick. That's what the logo is. Those
As I really do appreciate it.
crazy
If you wanna learn
ass
more about Marathon,
things.
feel free to watch this video. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a good day.
So my get on this is basically Marathon is just on another level. Like it's not photorealism, graphic realism. Like super colorful. You're going to be looking at the graphics a lot. Gameplay is probably going to be smooth. Going to be kind of like Apex. You got a 3-man squad. You got to survive. It's just the next generation, but there's going to be enemies, maybe an AI that like that green thing that'll be coming after you, you know. And I forgot what they call it, like a monolith or something. But it'll be like dark, right? And then you're like running, and then out of nowhere you'll just see a green light flashing at you at night. It's crazy. I seen it in one of the trailers. But I'm really excited. They better include that into the actual game. It'll be pretty sick. I'm looking forward to Marathon, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed my reaction. Please make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe. Have a good one. See you guys in the next video. Peace.